Okay, guys, this is Ayesha, Youngspapercreations. Are you ready for something shocking but not so shocking? Okay, hold on a second. Yes, you're seeing correct. I've got, like many of you, paper lovers, paper crafters, junk journalers, journal creators. This is what I have. And this is a stack of paper, and it continues. Now, the good part is I'm able to put it in a high pile on a large table, right? So my table is, I don't even know what the size is again, just looking at it. But it's one of those large fold-out tables that I have. And it takes up at least a quarter space stacked of papers. Most of them are offcuts from my creating my journals. As you know, this is Youngspapercreations, and I create journals. Yes, I do. So I'm in the process of finishing off some more journals, and I want to thank you guys for your support because I've had some amazing feedback on my last video. I so thank you guys. People reaching out to me. If you've got questions, again, the information is all listed below. So these ones are being worked on right now as we speak. Got some awesome washi that I've been including in my journals. So this one, they're being worked on. This one is very much still in its infancy with nothing in it, like a bare naked journal. This last one here, this one is being worked on as well, and it is naked but also beautiful. I'm in love with this math book paper right here. It is so pretty, so beautiful. So this one is naked, but I tell you, there's something special about this one. I really like this one, and it's not even finished. So yes, I create handmade journals, and if you've got any questions, regarding journals, contact me, and my information can be found below. Alright, so these I'm working on, and actually this is a collage. I've been working on my collages, and that's just one way in which we use up our paper scraps. And that's a little bit of why I am here, because all of us creating journals or working with varied paper creations, we have lots of paper, some more than others, and we have to be mindful of a number of things working with our papers. Of course, we don't want to get them bent, because if they're bent, it's difficult to use, right? So we want to keep them nice and intact, nice and straight, so they can act as pocket or tuck spots or writing spots. So I've got just piles and piles of paper that I use in my journals. Now, if I've turned them over and over, and after a while realize that I'm passing them over and can't use them for, they're just not matching, or I'm just not feeling it, then I pass them pass them on to someone who is now, you know, coming up in their paper crafting world. Because when I first got into paper crafting to a large extent, I didn't have a whole lot of paper. So I was just happy to get whatever I can get. Now, as I became established in my creative fair, I decided, you know, then I was able to purchase more and accumulate more. I just found this ruler in my stack. This will happen to you. You will find things you've been missing for a while if your stack becomes big enough. So this is all of my stacks of paper. I even had, so this is avocado dyed paper. Somehow it got lost in the shuffle. All these strips. Now you want to keep all of these because you can use them. Don't lose those. Stacks and stacks of pretty paper offcuts. These are going to be great for collages, to go into small journals or small journal pockets. And again, for the new crafters out there that you might come across, share your paper with them if they'll have it. Some people would love, love, love. I, for one, actually, if anyone is open to swapping their scrappy papers, contact me, because one man's junk is another man's treasure. And I have a thing for scrappy papers, as you can see. So if by any chance you are interested in swapping some scrap papers, let me know, because your scraps might be so nice and unique from the ones that I have, and you might just be crazy about my scraps. So let me know and we can swap our scrappy papers. So I am moving all of my papers aside because I have a project to show you, but in order for me to do that, I just found one of my needles. So happy about that. In order for me to show you the project that I did, I now have to return all of my papers to the side, where I have them all nicely piled up. All right. So they're all, I want to show you, but I don't want to, let me see if I can show you my pile. There it is. This is my stack of paper, my mountain that I work with. I know some people have bins, but my workspace is very small, so I don't have access to bins nor extra drawers, but it's right here. So as I work, I pull what I need. All right? So I'm always going through my pile. All right. So we're back. Let me show you what I've been making. I hope you're ready. Now, let's get this guy here. I just want to show you what it is that I do. What I've done, rather. So this is an idea of a small collage, right? But that's not what I've been working on. So let me grab a few pieces. So for example, let's just do a quick example. Oh, can't tear that. That's not tearing. So again, I'm just doing a quick example. It might not be exact, because even this coloring right here, this is a little bit too bright, so I probably wouldn't want to use that. So I'm just gonna stack a few papers together and use your eye as a gauge to see what looks good to the eyes, right? So I watched a plethora of videos, Robin Dudley House, Shabby Dabby Doodah. There's every crafter, every one of us, we've attempted to find ways of using our scraps. You check online, um, just go on YouTube, check, you'll find a whole lot of these ladies. So many of them like to use 3 to 5 pieces of paper. There's something about the eyes and those uneven numbers. So I have 4 here, but 3 to 5 is great, apparently, for the eyes. And now I just found another piece of scrap, so I'm just going to put that here, and actually it kind of works, so we're going to go with that. What I was able to do was find this, and this is actually a sheet from a pack of business cards. So you can use any strip of paper and use it as backing. So this is, you know, like a rectangular size shape of a business card. I'm going to use the back of this cardstock to show an example of what I did. So I basically inked around, because the business cards that I have, they're white. So I inked around the business card or this card. I got my pieces of paper, 3 or 5, formulated to whatever looks good to the eyes. Decide where you want it to be, the right, the left. I'm right-handed, and just for the heck, I just don't know. I keep putting everything on the right. But if you want to give yourself an opportunity, apparently some ladies believe that, you know, you put some to the right, some to the left, because of course when you're going to make your pockets or anything like that, you know, situated, you don't want everything on one side. So, but for me, it's so really weird to be on the left because I'm right-handed, but still, it's a good rule. So this is the next thing, right? Now, aside from that, what I've gone on to do is to incorporate fabrics. And similar to the stack of papers that I showed you, I can't pull everything right now, but there was a time when I needed fabrics, but that is no longer the case. I have fabrics. And I do send packages of fabrics with my journals upon request. So when you purchase a journal, request fabrics. So what I've done is enlist the help of my fabrics to create my clusters. So this is a lovely silver embroidered lacy fabric. And so basically I just gather it together, and you can gather it however you want, but I gathered it together and then I rest it down on my paper, my stack of paper such as this. Now I'm gonna pass it through my sewing machine, and guys, one of the last times that I was doing this, something like this, I accidentally broke the needle point because it sewed into one of the designs. So give me a minute, and in the meantime I'll place this here so you can look at that while I sew this. Yay, I did it, and I didn't break my needle point this time. Okay, I hope you're ready. Voila. So this is what I did. Now it didn't come out exactly as I wanted it to have a little bit more ruffle, but sometimes when you sew it, you never know what you're gonna get. So this is what I got. Now I could go in and cut down on this, and I probably will give it another sew just to hold this part down. I don't like that flap. I think I want to go in and do something else there. But you basically have the idea. This is what I've been creating, right? So I just use this, but this is just to show you an example, because like I said, I used the business cards. I tore them down. I broke it down, right? Because when you buy the business cards that you do create yourself, you have to tear them apart once you're finished printing them, right? So this is what I actually did. Then I would have created my cluster, and then I would have gotten my fabric. And it helps if your fabric carries some kind of complementary color. And even this one, because I pre-made this cluster and I placed it down on the paper. Now I have this. Let's run this one through. Okay guys, so I'm really liking this green one. So I spend the whole evening creating a set of these, and they're going to be great in my journals. So this journal, so I've got the green, which I'm crazy about, and I've got the silver. Where can I put that? So this is one of my almost completed, yep, this is one of my almost completed journals. I just need to add a few more decorations, maybe some of my my washies. I've been really crazy about washies recently, and I'm almost sure that this is a love affair that will continue only to grow, because the prettier the washi, the happier I am. And it sure helps with our pages. So how can I use the two collages that I created? Well, this one, again, I use the cardstock, but you can use any paper, because this colorful part would be done on the sheet, right? And once it's done on the sheet, all we know is that it's decorated, right? It will be right here decorated. And the green one, right here. Let me see if I could bring in this a little bit more. Can I bring this in a little bit more? I can't. I don't know. I'm not successful in bringing in bringing this into a better view for you. But I want you to see how we can, hold on one second. I have these things in the way. All right, I made some more space. So right at the bottom here is where this would go, and I like it. Or this one I like even more, and this would go as a tuck spot right here. I really like this. All right, so that's how I've been creating these, right? So this one is used with the what did I say? The business cards. You put together your cluster, then you did do your fabrics, and bada boom, bada bang. All right, so let me show you what I have. These are so pretty. I don't know how fast I will use them up. I will have to keep making them in order to have extras. Just look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Let me open up a page so we can play around and see. All right. So this one here, you want to be able to put it on a page that really shows off the beauty of this, because it's cream in color, right? So you want to have, I don't know if I'll have the best page here, but this is a more one that stands out on an elegant background. Right there. So elegant. So that's one. This one here. Again, you have to play around with your journal and the pages to see where it would best fit. So maybe you want to make a small side pocket. You want to make a pocket cluster to the top. You can do that as well. This one, I love greens. I love the color green. This one is a larger one. Oh, I love these. Now, if you don't sew and you're interested in my clusters, upon purchasing my journals, I would love to send you some clusters. So let me know when you purchase your journal if you would like some clusters to be added to it. Not everyone has sewing machine. I just love these. Some are so nice and funky. Look at this one. This one is to come more like so. This one. I'm spoiled with the fabrics, I must say. I have a wide selection of fabrics. You've probably seen some of my videos with fabrics. Again, when you purchase journals, you could request a small bundle of fabrics. I could give you a variety of colors, and if not, you can have a request for a couple of these lovely clusters that will go great on any page in your journal. I know I'm spoiled. This is so much fun. I just kept doing this, and I ate through some of my as you can see from the back, I ate through some of my paper scraps, but I still have a nice bundle to work with. So the more journals you create, the more scraps come as you go. So if you are in the Toronto area and maybe even beyond, and you don't mind paying for postage, let me know. I can send you some of my paper scraps so that you can make some clusters of your own, or just we could swap paper scraps. All right. I want to thank you. This is Ayesha, Youngspapercreations. I should be getting to bed now because I have an early start in the morning, but I just wanted to get this out because it is fabulous with a capital F. Thank you so much. I so enjoyed this. Oh, I have to make more of these. I am in love with these because these would be so great on any and everything. I'm thinking maybe even for envelopes, right? Look at that. That would be great. Look at that on an envelope. Love it. Now you have to play around and see what match and all that stuff. But just absolutely fabulous. Anything that you're creating, these would be great for. So you just have to play around and see what works. Okay? Take care. God bless and keep you. Ayesha at Youngspapercreations.